So APC will try, but they will fail. Every decision they have taken has always been a harbinger of disaster for them.
100 billion naira is deducted from the Federation account and sent to the security agencies. In 2024, over 2.2 million Nigerians were abducted. 615,000 were killed.
This one I waiting then say trouble dey sleep, nyanga go wake am. Omo, the big man himself, Elrufai and Kenneth Okonkwo, them don finally destroy, Tinubu. Omo, on a podcast yesterday, Elrufai made a bold statement by saying that Tinubu is a known drug lord. No be there e just end though. A whole lot of things has been revealed about Tinubu's administration. Kenneth Okonkwo said this is the worst regime, that Tinubu is a doom in Nigeria. Like, the grammar too much. You got to watch this video from the beginning to the end because this is one of the most anticipated podcast, most anticipated interview. Kenneth Okonkwo be say this man get bad mouth on a normal. He don't use finish Tinubu on this particular video. Elrufai calls Tinubu. Over the time, we have known Elrufai to be one of the strongest opposition, since he did not get the chance to serve in Tinubu's cabinet. The Baba don't turn lion, they abuse, Tinubu up and down. In this particular video, he said a lot of things and he also revealed a lot of secrets about Tinubu. Don't forget, he was the inner caucus, among those people who brought Tinubu in power. In 2023, he campaigned seriously for Tinubu, but Tinubu fall in hand as he give him any appointment for the administration. He also revealed how over 2.2 million Nigerians they kidnap him, and over 615,000 people they don't buy them, and nobody they talk about them. He also revealed that over 1.5 trillion naira misses from the federation account, in the name of security for security services, but still Nigeria they inside chaos. This matter no be me go tell you everything. I'm going to be playing the full video now. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe because this is the platform that brings you the latest update as it dey hot. Make sure to turn on the notification icon because interesting videos like this go dey always pop up on your screen. Watch it to the end, share the video, let it go viral. 2027 Nigeria against Tinubu.
Charles, for the last 12 months or up to 18 months, every month, 100 billion naira is deducted from the Federation account and sent to the security agencies. Why is there no improvement? In 2024, over 2.2 million Nigerians were abducted. 615,000 were killed. Is Nigeria at war? These numbers are worse than the 8 years of Buhari. In 1 year. This is data from Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. So it's government data. I'm not quoting something out of the air. So for that 100 billion that goes out every month from Federation account without appropriation by the National Assembly, by the way, without appropriation by the state assemblies, because part of the money belongs to the states. So each state assembly is supposed to appropriate that part. So the entire deduction and expenditure is unconstitutional. It's an impeachable offense. But it has been going on for more than 15 months from the last time I checked. So where has that 1.5 trillion gone? What is it being used for? Why is the security situation just getting worse? Why is the government asking communities to protect themselves? Look, well, President Tinubu's government has failed woefully. Look, beyond, if you asked me in 2022 or 2023 when we were campaigning that things will ever be this bad, I would say that you are mentally ill. A brand new party doesn't have any legacy problems or any viruses injected, because what the government, the ruling party and the government have been doing is to create problems in the opposition parties by recruiting and financing viruses to multiply. This is what is happening in the Labour Party, the PDP, and and even the NNPP. And the Constitution and the Electoral Acts are very, very clear about the qualifications for registering a new party. There is 91% disapproval of this administration across the country. 91% disapproval is the worst in Nigeria's history. And I have mentioned some time ago that in many parts of the country, particularly in the southeast and the north, President Tinubu has 91% disapproval rating. Even in Lagos, he has 78% disapproval rating. Okay? In some states,
and that's a scientific poll.
It's a scientific poll,
right.
And in some states in the southwest, he's doing a bit better. Ondo, Ekiti, he's doing better than 78% disapproval rating, but there is nowhere he's doing better than 50%, even in the southwest. The guy is gone. He's performed miserably. The economy has tanked. The security architecture has failed. There are no clear trade, industrial, and investment policies. Everything is going wrong. But Nigerians are looking for a credible option.
Yeah, but
they want to see people coming together, putting aside their differences and ambitions, and giving them an alternative to this failure of a government. For me, priority number one is to get a person that will improve the quality of governance in Nigeria. If the quality of governance in Nigeria is improved, I will thrive. I will do well. Okay? I have an address. I have a profession. I have capabilities. I don't need to be in politics. I don't need to be in public service to thrive. So first order of business is to have a country that is well run, where the resources are applied, where people have a great opportunity to realize their potential. So for me, that's number one. Okay? That person also should be able to defeat President Tinubu, because President Tinubu is determined to make this election look as if it is settled. It is not. They are giving the impression through defections and so on as if, this is set. It is not. We know. Okay? It is not. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, I have looked at the numbers, I've looked at the trends of elections. President Tinubu has no pathway to win. He cannot win. In fact, he'll be lucky if he is third. Everybody is saying we have a problem. This country is targeted for destruction by a collection of urban bandits. Let's come together, send them back home, and put this country back on track. Well, it is about fixing the country. Nobody is talking about his ambition. I have no ambition. Okay? I just feel that having contributed to bringing about this tragedy to Nigeria by contributing to the emergence of Bola Tinubu as president, I should contribute in my last lap, okay? Because I'm 65, I should be retiring. In my last lap, let me
You've got a long way to go.
Let me contribute towards removing this evil that I believe will destroy Nigeria if left unchecked. So don't trust me if I say vote for Charles Aniagolu. Look at your situation, look at yourself, and ask yourself whether the person that I'm campaigning for or the person that I'm supporting to be president will be better than what you have now. When we supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu for president, we were under the mistaken impression that he will be better. Because, it's very easy for non-politicians to analyze this thing as one continuing narrative. But actually, the way the thought process works is this, okay? And this is how it worked in 2022. For us, as northern APC governors, the first concern we had was after 8 years of Buhari, power should go to the south. We believe that there was such an understanding in our party. We were part of the formation of the party. And we felt that that was an honorable thing that must be upheld. So that was the first step. So we didn't start by saying we want A or B to be president. We just said, look, power should go to the south. That was the first step. The second step is, now that power has gone to the south, who do we support that we think will have a chance of winning? Okay? Because you want your party to win. You want to be the party in power. And lots of calculations went into that, and Bola Tinubu became the beneficiary of that. But we didn't start with supporting a candidate. No. And I want to say that it was the support of the governors of the Northwest, Northeast, and North Central that was decisive in deciding the outcome of the primaries as well as the election. Of course, Bola Tinubu's puppeteers are now denying that. They are saying all kinds of things, and they will learn their lesson in 2027. For me personally, Bola Tinubu was never someone I was close to, even in the party, because in the party I was a Buhari boy. Bola has his boys, Buhari had his boys. We are Buharists, no apologies. So Bola Tinubu never really liked me. We never really got along. The person that I got along with was Baba Akande, and I was his deputy national secretary. We were among the first leaders of the party. As far as I was concerned, once Bola Tinubu got the ticket of the party, it was my duty as a party man to do my best to deliver him in Kaduna, and wherever I see that there is a potential problem that I can solve to ensure his election, I will do that. Is he perfect? No. Some people said Bola Tinubu is not his name. Nobody knows his birth date for sure. Nobody knows who his parents are for sure. There are all kinds of questions.
And that didn't bother you at the time?
It did bother me because I know my name, I know my parents, I know my birth date, I know I have classmates, okay, and there are no questions about whether I graduated from Ahmad Bello University or not, okay. All those questions were there about about Tinubu. But for me, the question was, he was governor of Lagos, yes? How did he govern Lagos? He governed Lagos in a very inclusive manner. He had an Igbo guy as a commissioner. He had another Hausa man from Daura as one of his special advisors. In Lagos, in 1999, that was almost unique. He ran an inclusive government. After winning the elections with the Agberos and all that, he went and got the Cardosos, Wale Eduns, Yemi Osinbanjos from the private sector to come and help him run the government. So he did a decent job in governing Lagos. That's the only thing we know about him as far as governing is concerned. You know, Charles, every saint has a past. Every sinner has a future, okay? The way I looked at it is, well, look, he did a decent job in Lagos. Lagos has improved. You can't deny that. He laid a foundation. Many people have issues about how he held on to Lagos and so on and so forth. But the place is improving. If he can do half of that on a pan-Nigeria level, this country will move forward. So I said, look, he's the candidate of the party. I will support him. I will do everything to ensure he wins. So that's my explanation.
Right.
Now, fast forward.
He's failed you.
Fast forward.
As you say.
He has. Look, the one thing I was almost confident President Tinubu would do would be to have a competent team, solid people. Look at his cabinet. It's a joke. The largest cabinet in Nigeria's history, maybe there are 5 ministers that can be called ministers in the time I was minister, which was 20 years prior. Okay? Who is the Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala in that cabinet? Who is the Obi Ezekwesili? You know, there is just no quality. As I said, apart from about 5
you could ask the same question. Yeah. Who is the Nasir Elrufai?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to go to that level.
Well, the reason I bring that up is that a lot of people will be saying that you're saying these things because you didn't make it into the cabinet when you expected to do so. And I'm wondering if that what some interpreted as a slap in the face for you.
Anytime I wake up and I see the Tinubu government inflicting more pain on Nigerians and just bungling governance, the simplest things in governance that I knew when I was DG of BP, these guys can't even get it together. Whenever I see that, I thank God, because I think God saved me. I'm a very lucky person. I think God saved me from the embarrassment of having to explain to be part of this disaster, okay? So I've never thought twice about it. I never sought to be minister. I was minister 20 years before. That's nothing. Tinubu begged me.
And to your credit, you did a superb job as Minister of Abuja.
Thank you very much.
Everybody would agree to that.
Thank you very much, okay? My record is there, all right? So Tinubu begged me publicly. The videos are there to serve in his cabinet. He requested me to change my personal life plans, okay? So those that I say is because he dropped me. How can I be unhappy about something that I never sought, it was actually an imposition on me? I had to change my plans. I had to put my PhD on hold. I had to do many things because of his request. So it has not happened. It has not happened. I'm grateful to God that it has not happened, because I don't have to explain to Nigerians why electricity is this way, the economy is going this way, the exchange rate is going that way, and so on. I don't have to explain that. Right. We have to ask the people to make up their minds. Do you like what is happening? This is just 2 years, okay? If you're happy with what is happening, if your life has got better since President Tinubu was sworn in on May 29, 2023, fine. But if not, why not give some other people a chance? President Tinubu went to Kaduna last week to commission projects. 90% of all the projects he commissioned were the project that I did and took to 90% plus, okay?
Guys, the next video I'm going to be bringing is that of Kenneth Okonkwo. You don't hear that from the big man Elrufai in mouth. Elrufai. This one just the sound like saying Pharaoh. You know, when they talk about Pharaoh, you just the sound like saying Pharaoh. This guy is truly get bad mouth. I mean, with all he has said, criticizing, Tinubu, he even went as far as saying, thank God he's not part of the regime, because he no waiting in for explain, give Nigeria, and say this is a catastrophic, a disastrous, government that have befallen Nigeria. Over time, he has never said this in 2023. This guy supported Tinubu very well. We know what happened, between Elrufai and, the people of Kaduna when he was there. What happened in South Kaduna, is something that we should never talk about. But then, this guy has totally forgotten that Nigerians also sabi their own history. Maybe, they don't know that that internet, they ever forget. Elrufai himself get his own downfall. No be like say Elrufai na saint. Make I not talk too much. Make I play the next video of Kenneth Okonkwo. Kenneth Okonkwo totally annihilated Tinubu. Like, with the way these things are going, be like say Tinubu no just get any chance against 2027. Like, this guy, his own mouth, he just finished and with too much grammar when him the blue. Say, any Nigerian that, votes this administration come 2027 must be from a different planet. And it is true. It is high time Nigerians begin to guide their vote against 2027 general election. Now, why would they prophesy? They talk about electoral reform, because without electoral reform, Nigeria no go work. And Tinubu don't already make serious plans against 2027. We don't see how plenty people they decamp from one party to another. They are going all to APC. Almost all the governors in the entire state now APC them be. Now few ones will never go APC. But then come 2027, it is a game of Nigeria versus some selected politicians who have sworn to destroy the country. Now listen to Kenneth Okonkwo, because the matter na long one. This guy is always on point. Don't forget, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification button so that you be the first to get the notification or whenever we drop videos like this. Thank you for watching, and watch to the end, because this matter no be here, and I will be back with more analysis on the matter, on the need for electoral reform.
This party is not about power. This party is about the welfare of Nigerians. And I can tell you categorically, I told you that before I get into an association or a political party, I take my time. When I left my last political party, it was more than 1 year ago, and I made it clear I wasn't going into APC or PDP. If there is no new arrangement that I'm sure will take care of the welfare of Nigerians, I'll stay in my house and pray, because that's the only reason I came into politics. And as God will have it, meaning that God has really heard the prayers of Nigerians. You can see the amalgamation of all political bigwigs from every political party. This is the dawn of a new era in the political history of Nigeria. Let me tell you, ADC, not only that they are mounting it, it is in their constitution. Article 3 that talked about the motto of ADC tells you that their motto is in pursuit of the welfare of our people and the nation. And when you hear arise and shine Nigeria, you and I know that This is the time for Nigeria to arise. We have been in darkness of this incompetent and corrupt APC. And this party that is going to be our light will shine the light in this darkness, and darkness will not comprehend it. APC will not understand what hits them. Because when you shine light in darkness, darkness disappears. So this is the party of the light for Nigerians. And we are going to shine that light, and Nigerians will find their way. In the ADC constitution, one of the objectives to create the favorable environment for every Nigerian to contribute to the welfare, peace and prosperity of this country. We are in a good place. And I've always said it. In 2027, it is the people of Nigeria versus APC. ADC is simply the platform for the people of Nigeria to choose alternative good leaders, so that this 419 party called APC should be consigned to history.
Okay, you know that a lot of members from the All Progressive Congress, they are also in this very coalition, and that of the PDP. For 16 years of the PDP and that of the APC, which is ongoing, we've not actually seen that development. What makes you think that this coalition will bring the change that Nigeria needs?
You know, leadership evolves. And I've always said that your best teacher is your last mistake. People in PDP, people in APC that have been in government, they have seen that whenever they are doing anything wrong, it will come back to them. All the people that have been in power in Nigeria and did not do what they ought to do as at that time, they are reaping it. Because we have seen a government that does not respect the fundamental human rights of Nigerians, that when you vote, you're not even sure that your votes will count. So this is a lesson for every one of them now in this new coalition, where we are going to make discipline as our first order in this party. To follow the rules of the party, follow the example of rule of law and democratic tenets, and give Nigerians security and welfare. So they've learned their lessons. And I know, as one of the leaders here, he said, the only reason I'm in this coalition is to remove the evil that I put on this nation. So I'm glad that they are understanding that if evil is upon the nation, it consumes everybody. And let all of us hold hands in Nigeria and remove this evil that has come.
Will you be willing to work with Peter Obi, the principal in Labour Party at that time, which you said that he didn't do the needful in Labour Party that made you lead his camp? So if he comes to become the presidential candidate in this coalition, in this new party, in this new era, will you be willing to work for him?
I told you very clearly, this is now the time of the coalition, not individual parties. And I can guarantee you that anybody that emerges from this coalition, I will work with the person. I said it before, and I'm saying it again. And I'm glad that everybody is in this coalition, because I made it clear that without the coalition of the opposition parties, we are wasting our time. You don't go to compete with an incumbent, each person running alone. It doesn't make sense. So whoever emerges from this coalition in a free and fair presidential primary election, I will work for. It's as simple as that.
What makes you think that the ADC is safe than any other party in Nigeria? Because we also have some litigations trying to crop up. Don't you think that the ruling or progressive cannot break into ADC?
You know, I've always said, any party that allows itself to be broken into, it is their fault. But I can tell you there's no litigation that is pending against ADC, because we did our due diligence. But that does not mean that APC will not try to infiltrate. Of course, when you are in a battle with somebody, you send your own spies. And that is why we must make sure that we do not allow them to infiltrate us. We will search out any infiltrator and give him the treatment that is given to spies. You know the consequence. When you catch a spy, you know what they do to spies. So APC will try, but they will fail. because consistently APC has been making mistakes. Every decision they have taken has always been a harbinger of disaster for them. You know, Shetima, you know what happened in Northeast? I told people that the APC will implode. Ganduje was sacked. And then maybe he's in hiding now because I've not heard about him. So before long, APC people will be in hiding because the shame that will come upon them, they will not even be able to talk and speak to Nigerians again.
Oh yeah, now guys, this matter no be here end though. After that video, if you watch the video up to this point and you heard what Kenneth Okonkwo say, you know that Tinubu truly is gone. 2027 is a wash, is gone already. According to Elrufai, analysis shows that Tinubu does not stand a chance at all. In Kano, in northern, part of the country, he has no chance. About 91% disapproval. Come down to east, that one I feel they shows and 1,000% disapproval because no Eastern go one vote and because they don't really suffer for this regime. You understand the matter? But then this guy gets his own political way of doing things because we cannot underestimate Tinubu. Now still Jagaba where him be. To defeat, a sitting president is very, very difficult. It was only done once in the history of Nigeria politics. That was during the regime of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, a former president. Yes. And now there is a news, something is popping up. An unknown, former president is trying, to join the new coalition ADC. 2027, it be like say it go be battlefield because the way things are going, these guys they're already polishing their armors, polishing their weapons against that 2027 general election. They say this one will fight against poverty, fight against criminals, fight against all the injustice that are taking place in Nigeria. Imagine the peoples of the FCT, Federal Capital Territory. All these people has been out of school for the past 5 months, going to 6 months. No education for them because teachers has not been paid salary. Meanwhile, Wike allocated about a land worth $6.5 billion to his 2 children for FCT, and yet only small peanuts when they pay teachers they no fit pay. The 70,000 minimum wage which was proposed has not been implemented, and for that reason teachers sit the house. And the big man Tinubu went to St. Lucia and gave them scholarship to study. This one now waiting we go call this. So like at this point in time, man, it be like say this man no even know say waiting they saw for Nigeria. It be like say nobody they bring him anything where they saw for Nigeria. Even very dark man and the peoples of the FCT went on the streets protesting and agitating that they should call up the strike. For the past 1 month, very dark man has been intervening in the matter, but all to no avail. Wike has been paying deaf ear. Nobody is saying anything about it at this point. Nigeria just be like cinema. It be like na Netflix we dey like this. Our president they go give scholarship for outside country. Meanwhile for here we be in country we know they go school. No be juju be that. But then come 2027, it is now your own way. It is Nigeria. It is our turn to actually change this government. That is what we are talking about, electoral reform. There's even this issue of 1999 constitution amendment and public hearing, which will enable all of us to introduce a new law and amend the ones which we do not like. You understand the matter? And these people say now public hearing for all the zone areas. I've been a zonal area. You understand the matter? Now they say it's supposed to be public here, but they never did any public announcement concerning it. But an insider don't leak am. Between 4th of next month, I think 10th of this month, you understand, to 14th, that will be the listening ear of that 1999 constitutional review. Now it is aimed and targeted at ensuring that Nigerians are there bringing the issues and trying to introduce and implement laws, and we are going there with electoral reform so that this issue of electoral transmission will be talked about and the plans will start. They will be planned early enough, because the last one they say there was a glitch and the big man Yakubu Mahmood went as far as declaring a winner, even when he came out to make that statement that there was a network glitch that led to a hack in the system. But then he declared a winner by 3 a.m. in the morning when Nigerians were asleep. This time around we no go sleep, we go dey awake, dey safeguard our vote. One hand with your voters card, another hand with your machete. Anybody wey put hand, chop am off. You understand the matter? This time around we are not going to be doing politics of whatever they call it. You understand? This time we go dey very very ready to defend our vote, because na our own weapon against evil government be that. Alright guys, how much we can take on this for now. Thank you for staying tuned up to this time. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. Thank you, for always liking and for tuning in once again. Thank you, and see you on my next video. Do the right thing by getting your voters card there, and tell me what you think about this coalition. Do you think it's a coalition or been a coalition? You go work or you no go work? The thing is say anywhere will be go, now there we dey go. So at this point in time, we are obedient. We there for ADC full time, but if they try to do wetin they do for 2023 general election, we the youth they go tell them say we go form our own party. Obi go move. And we go move. After all, Obi won in 2023, even though they did their magu-magu. Alright, the most we can take on this for now. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and see you on my next video. For now, I'm out.